I hear too often where tenants are angry with their landlord because their personal property is damaged due to a fire or some other property claim, and the landlord is not taking care of it. This only tells me one thing, that not enough people understand how it works when it comes to the insurance for landlords and tenants. Well, let's change that. If you happen to rent an apartment, rent a house, or rent where your living space is from somebody else that owns the property, you need to have the proper insurance in place. A landlord's insurance policy on that property is going to cover the building, and it's going to cover the personal property that the landlord owns. So whether this is appliances, maybe it's a furnished apartment, anything along those lines, only the stuff that the landlord owns would be covered on that landlord's policy. A landlord is not going to have coverage added on for the tenant's personal property. In order for a tenant to properly cover their stuff, they need to have what's called a renter's insurance policy. That renter's insurance policy is going to protect your belongings in the event a property claim happens, causing damage to your stuff. Not only is a renter's policy very important to cover your stuff, it also gives you some other coverages that are very much a necessity in today's day and age. It gives you liability protection. Liability protection, so if anybody does get hurt, slips and falls at the property, if you do something causing property damage to somebody else, this is going to help cover some personal liability coverage for you. You're also going to get loss of use. So if you do have that property claim that you will now have to move out, whether temporarily or permanently, out of that apartment, you are going to be able to get some money to use while you are, out of your normal, space, your apartment. A loss of use coverage. So if you need to go rent a hotel for a week or two while they're fixing the apartment, if it's something major where you do have to move out and find a new place, there's going to be some money that your renter's insurance policy is going to help you towards those expenses. The thing is, a renter's insurance policy costs anywhere from $100 to a few $100s per year. That's giving you the proper protection to protect your things. Again, we see and have seen this on social media where people are angry with their landlords, and I think a lot of it has to do with miscommunication and confusion on who they think is responsible for this. A landlord's policy is never going to cover their tenants' stuff. That is going to be on the tenant's responsibility. So make sure that if you know people that are renting, that they have renter's insurance policies that's covering their stuff, so they're not left with nothing because of a fire that happened due to an electrical issue on their house. Or whatever the reason may be. Make sure they're covered appropriately. Make sure they understand that they need this. Most of the time, if you package a renter's insurance policy with some auto insurance, you probably almost get the renter's insurance policy for free due to the savings you get off your auto. So if you know anybody, make sure they're looking into that. If this video answered or helped clear this up, we appreciate you watching. If you've got any questions that you would like us to answer or help you out on, please let us know. We'd be glad to help you.